And I know that's like a bad word to some of you liberal, tree-hugging, Trader Joe, shopping, Hawthorne wearing hippies.
Education, healthcare, unemployment, the economy, nothing.
Well, we're here to show our support as gnomes for Sam. He's our man. We're rock solid in our belief that Sam's the guy for us.
We're with Gnomeland Security, and Sam Adams has always been a friend of the gardens and of composting, and he's not a gnomophobe. He understands the particular problems of gnomes and garden gnomes. A lot of people turn us to stone, steal us, kick us over.
This isn't about us. This is about Sam,
yeah,
though.
Sam is a good guy. Yeah. Sam is for gnome rights, and we're for Sam.
Yeah.
So do you think there's a hidden agenda behind those people that are calling for his resignation?
Yeah, I don't think they liked him anyway.
Homophobia, nomophobia, it's all the same. People don't like us because of our hats or whatever. But we all face it, and I think it's just a little bit more of that homonomophobia coming out from people.
Sam's not part gnome.
No, but he's homo.
So do you think it should be a qualification for mayor as to who or what he decides to sleep with or not?
Only if we get a list of everybody else's partners too with pictures.
He didn't break any law.
No.
And he had consensual sex. Because he knows his Carmen Miranda rights. You have the right to be as fruity as you want to be, whenever you want to be, however you want to be, with whomever you so consensually want to be fruity. And those are your Carmen Miranda rights.
Yep.
And no one can take them away from you. Amen.
So,
it's not like he could be legally married and break his vows or anything like that. I mean, it was two consensual men of age doing what people do.
So would it be fair to say that those people who are calling for his resignation are just using this as an excuse?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything. They're looking for anything to latch onto and unravel what this man wants to do.
Trying to keep him from work. So Sam needs to get back to work.
Yeah. Sam's for all of us. He's not just for the gay community. He's for everybody in this community. He's for the people of Portland. He wants to see the city grow and blossom and be the leader of the next, 100 years for what our country's got to go through. We have a lot of things here that have started in green culture and our mass transit that can be replicated all across the country very easily. He's going to do it. He's
Hallelujah.
doing it. He's for everybody.
Where was Sam?
Not just gnomes, not just cool.
So why are you standing here?
Well, I'm standing here with a sign that says honk to demand the immediate removal of Sam Adams, because I am quite frankly sick and tired of politicians who are not truthful, who take advantage of the public trust and faith. It's my humble opinion that Sam Adams violated any number of elections laws by covering things up. He has appointed people to office who are simply not qualified, and he misappropriated city funds to cover up his lies.
So what do you think about all those hundreds of people that are standing behind you that are in support of Sam Adams?
You know, I think it's fantastic that we live in a day and age in a country where everyone's opinion is allowed to be spoken publicly and freely. I think everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I think it's wonderful. Thank you very much.
So to those detractors of your sign here, what would you say to those people that said that you're just basically a hate monger that has a hidden agenda?
You know, I would say that that's a typically sad response for someone who is trying to deflect away from the real issue.
And what is the real issue?
The real issue is I don't believe that Sam Adams can be trusted, which is sad because I think he was an excellent manager.
Did you vote for him?
I did not.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for Joe DeZono.
And what qualities of Joe DeZono do you think has that makes him more of a better candidate?
Well, Joe DeZono is a business owner, and he has, you know, as such, most business owners, successful business owners, as Joe is, generally have very good management skills, and I think Joe DeZono could use those skills to run the city of Portland in an effective manner.
So, would you feel more or less likely to vote for a candidate who is an admitted homosexual?
That has absolutely nothing to do with it. Nothing.
So if this candidate was, let's say for instance, Hugh Hefner, who's over 80 years old, who's dating 18-year-olds, would you find that less or more distasteful than a gay man who was admittedly dating an 18-year-old?
Well, that would depend on whether or not Hugh Hefner was grooming those 18-year-olds from the time they were 16.
What does the word grooming mean? And
whether or not Hugh Hefner was in a position of mentoring and of an authority over an intern.
Well, what do you think a Playboy Bunny is but an employee of the Playboy Corporation?
Yeah, who are all at least 18 years of age at the time that they even are allowed to apply.
The reason I'm here today is because I feel that Sam Adams is an eminently qualified mayor, and also that a lot of the positions he stands for specifically benefit me and people that I care about and who I want to have help, such as the poor, such as you know, sexual minorities, and such as you know, the smaller business owners and local businesses. I feel that people whose side I am on, he is on their side as well. And I feel that a lot of this controversy was generated by what I would sort of think of as the other side, being like property developers and gentrifiers and the press that sort of supports their work. I mean, after all, that guy Bob Ball is basically a big condo developer who came out in an intent to be a rival gay candidate for mayor, funded and supported by the people that are, in my opinion, leading the city down a dangerous path in terms of what they have done in the Pearl District and are working to do North Mississippi and Alberta and such. And I think that this whole city is in danger of going in that direction and becoming a very sterile and very commercial town, which is not at all the spirit of the Portland that I believe in. I feel that Sam Adams stands in direct opposition to that trend, and that is the reason behind this sudden enthusiastic witch hunt surrounding what I consider to be a more or less completely immaterial matter of him having sex with this 18-year-old.
Which brings up a good point. Do you think that the people calling for his resignation have a hidden agenda? They're essentially labeled as closet homophobes by some people? I
think it's kind of a coalition of homophobes and friends of the Portland Development Commission and developers in general who want to see this city cash in on kind of a short-term renown in order to turn over a lot of property and make a lot of money in the immediate, but create changes in the fabric of the city that will you know, in the long term make it less of a wonderful place to be and less of a successful place. I feel that those people are a big reason why this is happening. I feel that, yeah, homophobes for sure are crowding in behind this. I feel it's no coincidence that the police are coming out so strongly against Sam Adams in this matter, since after all, Sam has been a vocal opponent of like the sit-lie ordinance and of the you know, the drug-free and prostitution-free zones, and has been an advocate of treatment over punishment for criminals, drug addicts, and prostitutes. I feel that that's why the police are on this. I feel like you got all your local papers suddenly so enthusiastically calling for his resignation because their money that keeps them open and allows them to give their papers away comes largely from corporate advertisements. And I think those corporations are themselves coming out against Adams because, again, his sympathies and his policy are friendly to small business and local business and are unfriendly toward the bulk of the developers that I think want to really change the whole face of this city for their own short-term profit and benefit.